What's happening, guys? Today we got another video on the Roadster, but before Rudnick's Roadster, we're gonna look at this Roadster again. So under here, while Dan's doing oil change, we're gonna look at a couple things. Here is that nice Apexi catback exhaust, full catback from there through, nice decent sized tip, sounds really good. Then when we put this thing up in the air, I started noticing other super cool things about this car. Like this thing is a V Special, so it has a bunch of extra stuff that not a lot of Roadsters have, like these awesome Mazda Speed 4-way adjustable suspension. And then just going through the underside, you see that everything is either powder coated or painted. This thing is very clean underneath. You know, typical scrapes on the frame rails from going over like speed bumps. But other than that, this thing is clean. No leaks, no drips, no nothing on this thing. It's awesome. I love this thing. I really wish I could get this thing. This one would be one of the ones that I literally just put aside, maybe buy a different set of wheels for it, just to sporty it up a little bit and get rid of that, you know, hovercraft fitment. But other than that, I'd probably leave it just like this with all of the stock stuff on it. And maybe some things under the hood, like an intake in that. But if you guys want this thing, it is for right here. Once again, I forgot the price, but I'm gonna put it right here for you guys. But on Rudnick's car, I forgot where Roberto just put it. It's over here on the dyno. We have the fuel pressure regulator for it. It's got the Tomei fuel pressure regulator right here. Fuel pressure regulator, fuel pressure regulator. Doesn't need to have two, but he's got one. And we're just gonna finish up the oil cooler setup. We're gonna finish up putting the oil filter relocation on it. Like I said last night, we're gonna do a new bracket on it, and then we're gonna jump right onto that fuel system. Probably got a booger hanging out of my nose. No, I do not. But other than that stuff, we're gonna be doing Rudnick's car a little bit later. Dan is gonna finish off the oil change on this Roadster, then we'll actually take her for a nice little drive around the plaza and show you guys how she drives. Okay guys, so really quick, just once again, we're just gonna take the Roadster for a little bit of spin. But honestly guys, if you guys want yours to look just like Rudnick's or be like Rudnick's, this one can definitely do that. It's literally just wheels, some coilovers, and then you could get the amount of horsepower, a decent amount of horsepower out of this motor if you put a turbo kit on it. If you put a turbo kit on this thing, it's looking at like right around 200. It's not the super big 3.4 that Rudnick's going for, but it's definitely going to be up there at the 200, and this thing will absolutely feel like a rocket. So on the inside here, you have the V Special floor mats. Literally tells you V Special right here. Let me see if I can get it to not be so super shiny right there. V Special. So the V Special comes with the door panels, the floor mats, the Nardi steering wheel, the Nardi shift knob, the Nardi e-brake handle, and underneath you have the Mazda Speed 4-way adjustable suspension. And yes, you have just other little odds and ends on the inside, but let's go ahead and take this thing for a little bit of a spin. Through the gears here, this thing feels absolutely super smooth. You can take this thing around anything, basically. Miatas are probably one of the only cars that you can almost do anything with. Track, drift, stance, grip racing, anything you really want, you could do it with a Miata. You can go off-roading, you can bomb through some snow, and do literally just about anything with these things because they're so versatile, so small. The power to weight ratio, if you do some things to it, is just amazing. So let's go ahead and go through the gears right down through this straightaway here. The motor is super smooth. Suspension drives amazing. Guys, you guys want this thing, better come get it quick. It's only been here for a week now, but I'm pretty sure we have a lot of people interested in this thing. I have to go back and see what Roberto says, but let's go ahead, head back to the shop, and start working on Rudnick's car. Okay guys, so we got really far in the RB today. We got the whole motor basically back together tomorrow. The only thing that needs to go in is the full intake system, and to just get this thing finally ready to be started. Put the radiator back in, the intake, put the pulleys back on, put the crank pulley back on, and just get all the belts and stuff on. So that's what's going to be done tomorrow on this. Over here on Rudnick's car, I went to Lowe's and I got more metal because, like I said yesterday, that little extension bracket that I made for this just is not okay with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make basically this exact same thing right here, just out of this, and a lot bigger so that it'll sit up higher and in the right spot that it needs to be. Then here is our fuel pressure regulator. So this is the fuel pressure regulator that Rudnick is going to use. It's a nice Tomei one. So in through the top, out through the bottom. We're going to put the flex fuel system in through this line, in this system too. But just before that, I'm going to make sure that these fittings right here are routed the right way. And I am actually going to take this harness right here, and I'm actually going to reroute it so that it goes underneath here instead of going around it there, so that all of this can get tucked then over to the side here, and this whole area will be nice and neat and clean. Once we get that stuff situated, we will be moving on to doing the fuel system so that that will all be finished and ready to go. Then we'll start working on the catch can. So that'll probably be tomorrow's video, because we're gonna do the fuel system tonight and get this oil system done. Roberto is out to eat right now, so when he gets back, I'm gonna tell him to finish up on making that little bracket for the oil cooler, and then I am just going to plumb up the rest of the lines for it. So let's go ahead and jump on to making this bracket. Guys, here is the bracket. This thing took all of like 10 minutes to make, not too bad. It's got the 90 bent on it. I got to put on, so now we're just going to put it into here like this. I got to drill out the 2 holes on the bottom, and then we're going to put the fuel pressure one right there, and then we're going to run all the lines for all of this stuff. And then we're going to start on the valve cover, putting the catch can in tomorrow.
Okay guys, so the most important part of building any sort of anything is to give yourself a little treat at some point. Because if you're gonna work hard, you need to take a little break. Right, Marcus?
We're actually getting quite a bit done. The oil filter relocation is all mocked up and ready to go. Eventually we're going to take these brackets back off and do some cool paint with them. This line, there's one line on the oil filter relocation kit right now. That's just the one that feeds the oil filter. Then the car is halfway up in the air. We're just going to mock up how we're going to put in the fuel pressure regulator right now. So we're thinking of putting it like right about here somewhere, so that we can do like a L type bracket to come off of here and then go up so that we can mount it on the back right there. And then we'll do like a really tight 120, and then just like a straight down. And then we're going to figure out the rest of this stuff. And then we're going to run the lines, and then Roberto wants to see where he can put the flex fuel sensor, because that's right here. He wants to know where he can put that in here. And then Roberto has to finish putting up the oil cooler line, the oil cooler actually down here. And then I said I was going to do this on Wednesday, but Roberto actually got a big jump on it, and he actually mocked up where he wants the catch can. So the catch can is actually going to go right here. We're going to paint all of this stuff. We're going to round off all these edges and everything. We're going to have all the fittings go around the back and do all the crazy stuff over there, and get all this looking pretty and nice. We'll probably go through and fix a couple other things, like how the clamps are held on and stuff like that. But right now, I'm actually taking this one off so that when I do the oil cooler lines, I can actually run them in the same direction along the front of the fans right here, or at least along the sway bar, and then come up to the side to meet over there. So that's what we're doing right now. So let's go ahead and put the car up in the air. So guys, we're all done for the night. We got everything done that I said. The oil filter, oil cooler, relocation and stuff is on. the fuel system is on. We didn't finish doing the fuel system because we were going to actually hard mount the flex fuel sensor about right here, and we're going to do something really cool. We're going to put press-on fittings on the end and then run lines back. So we didn't have the press-on fittings today, so we're going to get those tomorrow, and then we're going to finish up the fuel system. But everything's coming out great. We have to get some more bolts to make everything look pretty because we're using old bolts right now just to mock things up. But everything's coming out great. I'm going to redo this bracket right here, and down here you can see the oil cooler lines. They go down to the oil cooler down there. And then other than that, guys, that's about it though. So we're still progressing on it. We got a lot of stuff done today. We're gonna finish up with the fuel system tomorrow. We're gonna do the coolant system tomorrow. And then do you know when we're gonna get those fittings for the valve cover?
I don't. Luckily, that's going to be pretty easy and straightforward.
So I don't know exactly when we're gonna finish up with the catch can, but that's going to be a pretty simple install right there. So not too much going on with that, but we do have to mock up some other stuff. We have to get the power steering done and all that. So I'm just going to keep you guys guessing what we're going to do next, but a lot of stuff got done today. So that's about it though, guys. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, comment, share, do all the good stuff. Thanks a lot, Rudnick, and we'll see you guys later.